Good morning. Let's get to it. First thing that should go in your body in the morning. H2O. Room temperature. Low check. This collar looking funny. I ain't wore this joint in a minute. But we good. Shout out to Shaheem, my main man. Appreciate the merch, pimp. I might rock that like that. I don't know. Nah, 94. Magical year in hip hop. Good morning, though. Subscribe to the channel as you come in here. I gotta start stressing that a little bit more. Subscriptions is a form of currency. So Eagles win. What up? What up? What up? What up? Subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. Dre, what up? Yeah. 94. That's when Shaheem's, I think his Rugged Child joint came out. He got 4.5 mics in the source. I don't know if y'all knew that. What up, though? Why y'all zap my man Basil? Damn, they didn't play no games with you, man. They bzz. Fly Color Clothing. What's up, man? When you gonna come do an interview, man? Let me tell everybody about your brand and shit. You keep posting them big booty bitches on Instagram. And them big booty bitches ain't gonna sell no merch like me, my nigga. They look good, though. Yo. What up? Rome from Far Rock. What's happening? My fucking collar looking funny and shit. Shit, that rugby is fire. Thank you. Indian Head. No horses. Indian Head. This is for the advanced low connoisseur. I pulled this out the closet. Ain't played this joint in a minute. Oh, he said I zapped myself. Let me get you up out of here, No Diddy. Have a wonderful morning, pimp. Anyway, yeah, man, good morning, man. Make sure y'all go to the website, get you a copy of this classic PILLMATIC 2. We working on 3 right now, man. We putting them records together. It's always hard. It's the worst part of my job here at Gully TV, man. Trying to make an album, trying to get everybody on the same page at the same time, man. These niggas don't know, man. I'm a professional, man, through and through, man. I'm so focused and shit, man. I be sending these, me and Dre be sending these tracks out to niggas, and they be dragging their feet, sending them back, man. They don't know that they be turning me off, man. JC, when we go into the Jism, I had an interview yesterday. When we go into the Jism, I had an interview yesterday, man. I had to do some editing and shit. Put out some quality content for y'all. That's what the name of this live stream is. What's up with the decline? What's up with the decline of quality content online, man? Sheesh. That's a letter from the IRS. I better open this. What's up with the, okay, after work, all right. What's up with the 1051 fan? You gotta send that verse in, Pep, so we can get to it. What's up with the decline in content online? Joel Santana did an interview on The Art of Dialogue where he said that people are going on these podcasts and they starting trouble. How y'all feel about that? Talib Kweli interviews are always about the art and culture. The curator, the person that's putting out the content. I'm gonna answer your question in a minute about 1994. The curator, the person that's putting out the content, you're gonna get an idea who you're dealing with. You have people that got dark, dirty personalities and shit, and that's what they bring to the internet and shit. For real, it tells you a lot about a person. It tells you a lot about the person, man, like the person behind the camera or the person doing the direction of the content. When you look at their channel and it's always some fitna, That's confusion. There's always some bullshit, always some toxic shit, some he say, she say, some bullshit. It tells you a lot about the person, number one. So just be mindful of what you take in. He said the streets gotta eat. The streets need to get a fucking job. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do no better, get a fucking job. G Booker, I got him. He said, what's the significance of 1994? Have you been living under a rock? Have you been living under a rock? There's two golden years in hip hop. One is 1988. That would be Big Daddy Kane and all of those guys, Biz. Let me see. Maybe Stetsasonic. 1988. Time to set him straight. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no half stepping. You remember that? Boom. He said, I was born in 94. You were born in a very significant year. 1994 is the year that Shaheem the Rugged Child came out with his debut solo joint that got 4.5 mics in the source. And it was a magical year for hip hop. It's actually the year that the East Coast started to take back control of hip hop. Before 1994, the East Coast had lost footing on the totem pole in hip hop. 1994 is Mobb Deep. 1994 is Nas, Illmatic. Let me see. I think Enter the Stage by Smith and Wesson. Mobb Deep, Nas. Biggie Smalls and Craig Mack was in 94. Just a very, very powerful year for hip hop with niggas started to get back in position. You dig? He said, I'm from the South. You're clearly from the East. I don't think that's a secret here. I don't think that's a secret here. I can't tell you what was out from the South in 94. Maybe the Brat. I think the Brat probably came out in 94. Shit. Yeah, but 94 was the shit. He said, I'm new here. Make sure you subscribe, man, so you don't get lost. And I am from the East. But what's up with the decline in content, man? Are y'all paying? Outkast is a 94. Bomb-ass album. Bomb-ass album. What was it called? Southern Playalistic Cadillac Funky Music for your trunk. Yeah. It wasn't Stankonia. It was Southern Playalistic. You really showing your age. You a young nigga. But what's up with the decline in content? That's what I'm here to talk about. Because I'm a little irritated, man. Joel Santana did an interview and he said that people going on these podcasts is starting trouble. Who going on the podcast starting trouble, y'all? Who's going on podcasts is starting trouble? Rappers. Rappers are going on these podcasts starting trouble. You know what this podcast shit covers up? It covers up a lack of relevance. It covers up a lack of relevance. It covers up a lack of work ethic. Jewels, nobody wants to hear you talk on podcasts, pal. We want to hear some music. We still waiting. We still waiting. Nobody wants to hear you talk on podcasts. But you niggas keep getting on podcasts. You know why? To cover up the fact that you're not working. And y'all using these podcasts as touring dates. These niggas are going on tour online. They can't pack no shows. A lot of these niggas can't pack no shows no more. So ain't nobody booking them. Niggas not gonna recoup their money. So ain't nobody booking Santana. Santana was just in Erie, Pennsylvania like last summer. Didn't nobody go to that shit. Wasn't nobody talking about it the morning after and shit. So these niggas is cooked. So in order to pay their bills and to still wear jewelry and still try to sustain the lifestyle that they used to, what do? They get online and they go on tour, podcast to podcast to podcast. And you know what they gonna ask you. When these niggas pay you to get on their podcast, you know what they gonna ask you. They gonna ask you whatever the fuck they want. And primarily, they gonna ask you some shit that's gonna recoup their investment. If they giving you $2,500, $5,000, they gotta ask you some bullshit. They do. So people can hit them, so people can click that, watch that video, and them clicks can, the revenue can stack up and they can get their money back. Possibly even you know, generate a profit of some type. But these rap niggas is getting on these motherfucking podcasts, starting trouble. You dig? When these niggas get on Vlad TV, they don't talk about new music. These niggas don't talk about new music. What has happened to the online community where we no longer interview the artists? We no longer interview the artists. They get Joel Santana online, and what do? Ask him about a bunch of shit about Cameron and Jim Jones. They don't ask this nigga what he got going on when your next project coming out, who you been recording with, what you been doing. They don't ask him none of that. You dig? And then you got this nigga Dame Dash. This nigga Dame Dash, he can't sell nothing. Won't nothing stick for him. I don't know what he did wrong. Maybe niggas got a shelf life in this business. It seems like some of these guys got a shelf life. Dame can't sell shit. So what do? He go on tour, podcast to podcast, talking about Jay-Z and telling everything. Telling Jay-Z was writing for Bleak. Everything that comes out of his mouth is something to destroy the Rockefeller legacy. Everything that comes out of his mouth, he don't say nothing about what he got going on. He tried. Back in the summer, he was talking about the network that he got going on, but don't nobody want to hear that shit because the content ain't no good. You dig? He go to platform talking about Jay-Z. Yeah, Jay had a problem with that. Jay used to do that all the time. He was just talking about Jay-Z in a situation with Cameron about, oh boy, Cameron erased Jay-Z's verse. He said out of his mouth, Jay had a habit of doing that, stealing other people's songs and shit like that. Now you calling the nigga a thief. Now you calling the nigga a thief. He said, what happened to Dame Dash cookies? Dame Dash need to get a job, man. He do. He need to get a job. How much you think Joel's pocketed for the interview? Weed money. And the nigga was like a deer in front of headlights. Did y'all see Joel's? Did y'all see his interview on Art of Dialogue? Joel's as scared as a motherfucker. Joel's as scared as a motherfucker, man. Y'all see that nigga eyes? He keeps saying, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He don't answer no questions. Dame Dash has a show on BET. Don't nobody watch that shit. Don't nobody watch BET, fam. Let's get that understood and shit. But Joel's, did y'all see him? He don't even answer any questions. He don't answer no questions. He's like a deer in front of headlights. He keeps saying, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The interview tried to get him to say, yo, do you think Jim was wrong getting on stage with 50 Cent? And he was there with him. So he basically asking him, do you admit now that you niggas was wrong for getting on stage with 50 Cent? Do y'all think y'all was wrong? And he say, if it was Freaky Zeke went to go perform with 50 Cent, I would have been there with him to support him too. If Cam was going to perform with 50 Cent, I would have been there to support him too. That's not the question that he asks you. He asking you about the transgression that was committed. That's what he asked you. That's what he asking. He asking you, do you think at this point it was a bad move that you niggas went and got manipulated by 50 Cent? I don't think Lloyd Banks, and I know Tony Yayo wasn't gonna do it. I don't think they would have did the same. The bottom line is Cameron was in a feud with 50 Cent and his group members went and got on stage with his adversary. There's nothing that you can say to repair that. You can't. There's nothing you can say to repair that. There's nothing you can say to reduce the severity of the transgression. Jim said, oh, I had to make my move and da-da-da-da-da. You did make your move, but you were only thinking about yourself. You wasn't thinking about the diplomats. You was just thinking about yourself. 50 Cent manipulated you. You dig? He said, Joel's is on Cook Crack like his mixtape. Dame Dash think he's talented, but he's not entertaining at all. He's more entertaining when he was popping tags. You got to be getting some money to pop tags. I'm not joking with y'all, man. I'm not joking with y'all. I'm starting to look at the big picture. A lot of our favorites, that shit was 20 years ago. It was 20 years ago. I've been doing media since 2004. That's 20 years. It was 20 years ago. Them niggas, Rockefeller was already kind of like falling out of their position around 2004. 2004, 2005. 50 Cent had arrived by then. So let's say that the Rockefeller thing was a long, long time ago. It's a long time ago. These kids that's getting online right now, they don't give a fuck about no Rockefeller. Only people my age, only people our age care about that shit. But we ain't going to no goddamn concerts. We not going to no goddamn concerts. Ain't nobody going to no goddamn concert. There was a time when we were going to concerts. This ain't that. We not going to those types of concerts anymore and shit. We not. We trying to see Cameo in concert. You dig? We trying to see those types of people in concert. Cameo, maybe the Isley Brothers. You know, we trying to see some classic shit. Like, we not trying to go to no hip-hop shows or like that. Like, we not at that age where that's something that's high on our priority list. Y'all see, I went to see Stevie Wonder about 6 months ago. So he said Nas is different. There's a couple people who the rule doesn't apply to. There's certain people that the rule doesn't apply to. The fact that Nas isn't always accessible, people will probably leap at the opportunity to go to a Nas show. But the rest of these niggas, the rest of these niggas is cooked. They cooked. But they still want to be rappers. They still want to dress like rappers. They cooked, man. I don't think it makes you look bad to find something else to do. Like, I was listening to the DOC speak, and he said he be, coming across, the younger rappers, and he said it'll be two of them, and both of them got on $500,000 worth of jewelry and shit. And he said they wearing this shit, so a nigga that ain't got nothing could come and try to take it from them and shit. He said, but at no point did they try to go buy some acres of land to plant some crops or start a business or anything like that. That's not even in their frame of mind. You don't see this. So you don't see niggas with clothing stores. You don't see, these niggas don't have clothing stores. These niggas don't have sneaker stores. These niggas don't have grocery stores. These niggas don't have anything going on. They just here and pretending and shit. Feel me? I did an interview with Boo from Boo and Gotti. He was on the Fiesta remix with Jay-Z. He got a dope-ass store in Chicago called the Flea Club. Sell a lot of clothes and sneakers and shit like that. Real dope store, but that's what he doing to keep money in his pocket and shit. A lot of these niggas just be like, for the most part, pretending, dressing up like you still popping and shit. And it costs to do that. It costs to pretend and shit. But because of that, you got these niggas getting on these podcasts. It's way too many podcasts. It is. It's way too many niggas talking. It is. And y'all gotta be burnt out. Y'all gotta be burnt out. We have to admit that there is a lack of original content online. Tell me, do y'all agree with me? Joel's had a store in Harlem. I know it. He don't got it no more. He don't got it no more. You got the dude, you got bodyguards. I think the dude's his name is Big CC or some shit. He a bodyguard. Just going platform to platform, just talking. Gene Deal, just talking. Gene Deal just made a video talking about Beyonce breath stank. He ain't got nothing to talk about. Just talking. Everybody. Joel's platform to platform talking. Just talking. But no real content. And he ain't selling anything. Somebody need to tell these niggas, man, it's time to move on. Y'all didn't put anybody in position when y'all had the chance. Something that will extend your legacy or extend your moment. Y'all didn't do anything like that. Y'all was selfish. And now your fucking time's up. And y'all keep getting online doing this. Let me cuss you the fuck out, dick rider. Risk taker CEO. Number one, you ain't no fucking CEO, bozo. You ain't getting no fucking money. Ain't nobody checking for you. You ain't got no relevant company. You here this morning to hear the gospel coming from me. You talking about you just talking. I'm a major factor in this shit. And that's why I'm doing this video right now. I'm here to boast about the decline in quality content online. When you come here, you get dope. Everybody ain't got dope. I got that Frank Lucas shit. You dig? So take that fucking CEO tag off you. You one of them niggas that's pretending to be a goddamn CEO. CEOs have employees and people that's getting money with them. You ain't no goddamn CEO. You's a perpetrator, chump. Yeah. Niggas coming here talking that bullshit. Nigga, you know the fuck you talking to? I'm a major factor in this shit. And I'm boasting about it this morning. I got on here to boast about it. You know what I'm saying? I got on here to point out the fact that these niggas ain't putting no dope online. Whenever you get a fucking interview online, now, motherfucker talking some he say, she say shit. I call it the Vlad TV format. When you get one artist on your platform and you ask him about something that happened with some other motherfuckers, it ain't nothing but some motherfucking he say, she say shit. That's what they resorted to. Lack of content. They don't want to write anything. They don't want to write anything. But yeah, get your dick riding ass out of here. Talking about you a fucking CEO. Bum ass nigga, get the fuck out of here. You said that CEO shit to the wrong nigga. Hell nah. Nigga coming here talking that monkey shit. Get your dick riding ass out of here. This is an intermission in between greatness. I got more uploads for y'all this morning. And guess what? It's original content. It's original. Vlad, say cheese, no jumper. Yeah, the fucking culture vultures. They figured out a way to get online and normally create problems between black folks. These niggas don't even be feeling used when that shit be going on. They don't even look at this motherfucker and say, damn, this nigga trying to get me in a confrontation with another black man. These niggas don't even look at these cats and see the clan hood. They don't even look at these motherfuckers, manipulate them. They don't look at these motherfuckers and say, yo, this shit that he doing to me right now for this little few $1,000s, I might have to protect my life about this shit. This shit might turn into a conflict. And look who doing this shit to me. Look who doing this shit to me. These niggas don't even feel emasculated or nothing. No fucking self-respect. No polish, no self-respect. He said getting paid to instigate. That's exactly what the fuck they be doing. And you know who be running to their platforms for it? These niggas. These niggas. John Gotti, the decline of quality content online. We lost knowledge of self and our true enemies. That's these niggas. That's these niggas that you see on these fucking podcasts being manipulated. You can't tell me, oh, I just have to interject this. Jim Jones working his ass off, y'all. I looked at his Instagram this morning. He got some type of organization that's doing a whole lot for education and extracurricular activities for the youth. He working his ass off. He getting busy. He out working them niggas. He is. He out working them niggas, man. He is. You got a lot of monkeys amongst us and shit. You know what I'm saying? It seems like everybody from Jay-Z past is washed up. Washed the fuck up. Everybody except for Freeway, basically. Siegel has a food truck. There's nothing wrong with that. The crime is that he should have launched the food trucks when he was really Beanie Siegel, like when he was really, really popping. That's when you at the height of your popularity. That's when he should have had the food trucks in the streets and shit. Yeah. Jomo been holding it down for what Cam talking about, and I'm a Dip fan. He stopped promoting blood. He said, oh, doing decent. They going from platform to platform, man. Just talking, y'all. I'm serious. I don't know if they no longer want to rap, or they feel that there's no longer a market for their rapping. But it's been a change. It's been a change. The shift has changed. The shift has changed. You got a whole different group of rappers who are relevant right now. For the most part, the guys that we was into, they not irrelevant. I mean, they're not relevant. They get on these platforms and try to do anything in their power to remain relevant. And it's normally gossiping and shit. But don't nobody be asking these niggas what they got going on. They don't. Richie David says, Oskino is the worst. There isn't a market for old rappers anymore. Black youths respect their elders and see them as... Black youths don't respect their elders and see them as clowns. There isn't a market for old rappers anymore. I don't know what to say to that. If you could come up with some dope shit, if you can collaborate. Jim Jones is an old rapper now. He seems to be doing okay. Jim Jones is an old rapper now. He is. He's probably close to 50. He seems to be doing okay. What's everybody else's excuse? Adult contemporary rap. Have y'all heard anything good? Tell me. I want to listen too. Future is old, still dropping hits. Shout out from Charlotte. Keep that content coming. Don't go out like them other niggas. Oh, nah. I be on the road. Dave East. Dom Kennedy. It's about selling a lifestyle more than the actual music now. I think I agree with you in some respects. Currency. Name some more. The guys that y'all naming, Dave East and Arab Music, St. Basil and Del P. Shout out to both of them. Why people always putting labels on something? Good music is good music. I think I agree with you. Good music is good music. But based on the content of the music, it's probably going to get a label. He said Jay Mills. Jay Mills has a terrible podcast. Jay Mills is cooked. He's cooked. I just see this. He got a podcast. Stop it. Stop putting out that whack shit, man. It's not gonna save everybody, man. We need some fans. Some people gotta be the fans. Some people gotta be the fans, man. Stop putting out bullshit, man. Don't nobody want to hear y'all discussions. Don't nobody want to hear y'all discussions. Y'all discussions don't be any good. They don't. Y'all topics don't be any good. So y'all resort to doing some monkey shit. Born Majesty, I appreciate your super chat. E40 in the Bay still active. Them guys that's in the Bay Area, they love their artists. Them niggas gonna always have some work. Mac Mall, E40, Mr. Fab, let me see. The Delinquents, the Mechanics, Yuck Mouth from the Loonies, Richie Rich. Their support system is similar to the guys down south. Now, we might not be in tune with what's going on in the South, but if Pastor Troy pop out and do a show, them niggas going to that shit. They be going to that shit. Like, we don't see these guys as being high profile right now. If 8Ball and Spice 1, 2, Be Legit, all of them. If 8Ball and MJG pop out in the South right now to do a show, motherfuckers going to that shit. Motherfuckers going to that shit. They is. But it's not the same in the Northeast. He said we grew up off their music. Houston is another place that they gonna go see their artists. If Paul Wall, Little Kiki, what have you, if them niggas pop out and do shows, they going to see that shit. They going to support that shit. If they got anything going on, they going to support that shit. It's not the same on the East. It ain't. I honestly didn't know the Bay still did music. I don't know how. They on Instagram promoting it. You always see a show. Them Bay Area niggas always got a show going on. Them West Coast niggas always got shows going on. They do. Tash from the Alcoholics, Yuck Mouth, Mac Mall, all of them dudes. I can go on and on and on. All of them niggas on the West, them niggas, and they be doing it together. They be doing it together. They got hotbeds, Utah, Kansas City, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Oklahoma. They got these pockets, man, where they just be getting busy. They be running through them spots, man, and they still active like a motherfucker. Be Legit just did a show with Paul Wall, Devin the Dude. This is the truth. If you pay attention, this is the truth. Gully, what would you say is the toughest part of running a brand like PA Knits? It ain't tough any. The knit game is something that I came up with that it caught fire immediately. It was original. It was unexpected. It just caught fire immediately. You could wear them to all sorts of occasions. I got all types of colors. That element of, my garment business, that shit is flawless. That shit caught fire. That shit gone. All I got to do is just continue to re-up. The clothing, the merchandising business, something that you run into issues with is manufacturing. A lot of us deal with the manufacturers from overseas. They from like Pakistan and shit like that. Number one, they don't speak good English. Number two, a lot of them don't accept PayPal, so you gotta send these motherfuckers your money. I haven't did it because I'm not getting robbed, but they be expecting you to send them your money through Western Union or MoneyGram or some shit like that. And if they decide to disappear with your money, that's just it. So you gotta have an element of trust with the person that you're dealing with. But it's been my experience that they just can't get the sizes right for Americans. Like if you order from these niggas, an extra large, a size that's an extra large, they're gonna probably send you a large with an XL tag on it. Like they just can't figure the sizing out. Me, I found I found a middleman from Florida, and he found somebody that he trusts. The dude that I deal with is black, and he deal with them niggas from overseas. But that's one of the big problems. Manufacturing, and since you said that, I have to say this. There's a lot of garbage clothing brands out. A lot of garbage clothing brands out. Let me tell you something, right? Getting a mock-up t-shirt and putting your name on it, that's not no clothing brand. You don't have any input on designs. You're not doing nothing fly. And what I mean by that is, a lot of these manufacturers, you see them on Instagram on the Instagram page, right? And all over the page, they got hoodies, t-shirts, and different colored jackets and sweatshirts. And they tell you that, I want to manufacture for you and shit. But what they really be doing is the shit that they got on their page, all they do is, whatever the name of your company is, they stamp that shit on there and they send it back to you. If you got sense enough, or you are really detailed with your manufacturing, you gonna have them do the tags and shit. Like, you got people that, these are some of our friends, profess to have clothing lines, clothing brands. They'll sell you a t-shirt, but when you look in the collar, it say Gildan and shit. It don't say their company name. It's just a lot of that shit going on. And I'm not here to like piss on anybody's aspirations, but niggas need to step their game up. That's it. For real. The Northeast is full of haters. I agree. Fly Club clothing, no creativity whatsoever. Nah, at all. At all, at all, at all. What was the saddest year in hip hop? I never experienced a sad year in hip hop. If you the Jam Master Jay murder, I'll say that. That was sad to me. Biggie and Tupac, them niggas was on that. Them niggas was talking that gun shit. Tupac, it wasn't surprising. Tupac was just wild as hell. That's something that people don't admit about Pac. Tupac was a wild nigga and shit. So to see what happened to him, it wasn't like totally surprising because he was always getting shot or he was always doing something. He was always getting arrested. He was always on the news and shit. He was always going to court all over the United States. People downplay that part of his story. Tupac was a wild nigga and shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he was on the Black Panther shit, keep your head up, and next thing you know, he talking about my fofo, make sure your kids don't grow and all. He was just all over the place. So, you know, when he got killed, it wasn't like surprising. And then Biggie got on stage at that fucking award ceremony, picking with them Cali niggas. You know what I mean? I almost knew that his time was up before he even got off the stage. So, all big rappers, they do that too. My man said the worst death in hip hop was XXXTentacion. I wasn't familiar with homeboy. Yeah, when Biggie said, "What's up, Cali?" I've said this before. In my opinion, he was trying to be funny. He shouldn't have been playing with them niggas like that, number one. Number two, he shouldn't have been out there fucking around like that. Fucking award ceremony. Shouldn't have been out there. And so, you know, everybody responsible for their own. You got to protect your own life. You can't leave your life in the hands of security and shit. Haitian Jack told me, he said, man, these security niggas is to get a check. These security niggas not gonna protect you. This is a guy who robbed rappers and shit. He said, security ain't gonna protect you. He said, they here to get a check. He said, man, if I pull out my motherfucking hammer on security, them niggas get the ducking. Them niggas be worried about their own life. Them niggas not gonna help you. Gangstar died, abandoned and forgotten. He wasn't forgotten, but his death was sad. I was you know, fucked up about that. Let me see. What cities is up in here right now? Suge Knight was a bad influence on Pac. Nah, man. Pac like running with wild niggas and shit. Pac was around Haitian Jack and Jimmy Henchman, and Pac probably had a nigga like Haitian Jack that he was fucking with in every city he went to. Pac like being around gangsters and shit. Chester, Chicago, Miami. Siegel says security just be in the way. Dallas, Texas, North Carolina, Mooresville, PA, Detroit, Bed-Stuy. I was just in Bed-Stuy. What up? West Philly, Orlando, Florida, Atlantic City, Connecticut, Wilmington, Oakland, New Britain, Corona, Queens. That's where Zip with the Drip from. Philly, what up? Alabama, Baton Rouge, Atlanta, Tennessee, Oakland. Speaking of Florida, I watch a lot of documentaries. When it comes to TV, I don't watch a lot of regular TV. If I'm watching something, you know, on a Fire Stick or on a Roku or something like that, it's a documentary. I watched 2 documentaries back to back. It's a documentary about the Florida Gators on Netflix. That shit is crack. I sometimes forget that Tim Tebow and Chris Leak, they existed together at a point in time. But that fucking coach, I think his name was Urban Meyer, he wasn't fucking around, man. That dude wasn't playing, man. Them niggas was winning them games because they was out working motherfuckers, man. Them niggas had to do so much in the gym. He worked the fuck out them young niggas in the gym, yo. Them niggas used to have workouts at 12 midnight on Friday nights. Untold, yeah, that shit's fire. Them niggas used to have workouts at 12 midnight on Friday nights. From 12 midnight to 2 a.m. when niggas would be in the clubs and shit. Them niggas would be in the motherfucking gym lifting weights, getting busy. I was like, that's that shit right there. That's that shit, man. You gotta outwork your opponent. That's the truth. That's the truth. And I had forgot that Chris Leak was a bad motherfucker, man. I think he probably should have got a shot at the NFL personally. I forgot that Chris Leak and Tim Tebow existed together at a point in time, man. That documentary is cracked, though. Tim Tebow was the shit. Tim Tebow was the shit. If you missed it, it was very fast. It happened very fast. But Tim Tebow was the shit. Tim Tebow was the shit. He was. He was the shit in high school. Urban Meyer said he was walking through the fucking airport in Jacksonville when motherfuckers in the airport was walking up to him like, yo, you need to sign Tebow. Who was Tebow? Every time he walking through the airport, people telling him, Tebow. Who the fuck is Tebow? He never heard of him. He said he this high school quarterback out here. You need to check him out. That's how he got a hold of him. That joint is fire. And I watched the joint about Johnny Football. That shit pissed me the fuck off. Johnny Manziel pissed me the fuck off watching that shit. He said, are you a sports commentator? This platform is predicated on hip-hop, sports, and fashion. I do all three, the trifecta. Walk with me. Johnny Manziel. This nigga sabotaged his own career on purpose. I never seen no shit like that in my life. I think the worst thing that happened to him was he started hanging around rappers. He started hanging around rappers and shit, man. Drake, Rick Ross. Like, they got on him when he was still in college. He won the fucking Heisman as a freshman. The whole world hopped on his dick, man. Corrupted him, man. Fucked his head up, man. He didn't put nothing into the NFL. He put nothing into the NFL. This motherfucker won the Heisman as a freshman. Got selected in the first round. All he had to do was apply himself. He could, before he went out ass backwards, he could have played wide receiver. He could have just said, man, all right, this quarterback shit ain't working. He could have played wide receiver. He could have did something to extend that shit. He just threw that shit away. That nigga was in Cleveland. They get them niggas tablets. They get the quarterbacks tablets and shit, right? He said like he tried to be a screw up. He said he screwed it up on purpose. They get a quarterback's tablets so you can, study the playbook. They put it on a tablet, right? They put it on a tablet. The tablet got watch hours on it. I guess it's Bluetoothed and it's hooked up to a system. So the coaches can open up their computer system and tell how much time you have spent studying the playbook. It will tell them how many hours that you logged studying your fucking playbook. Do you know this motherfucker has 0 watch hours on his playbook? They said it was blank. Nah, they was watching him. They was watching him. They was keeping track of how much time he spent studying the playbook. He has 0 fucking hours studying the playbook. What the fuck is you doing, man? Like, I'm like, come the fuck on, man. Like, this makes no fucking sense. This made no sense, man. Like, he sabotaged his career on purpose. He wasn't as hungry having rich parents. His parents wasn't rich. That was a lie. The documentary told that it exposed that it was a lie. He was fucking up the whole time, though. He was fucking up all through college. He had another quarterback taking urine tests for him. His piss was dirty all through college. He smoking weed, probably taking pills, all, the white boy drugs and shit. His piss was, he was fucking up all through college, but he just was able to get away with it. He fucked himself up so bad, man. But the getting to the part about people thinking he was rich, this is what happened. It was a lie. His parents weren't rich. This is what happened. When he blew up at Texas A&M, he made so much money for that school. He made record-breaking amounts of money for that school. They got a new stadium. He blew that school up. Boom! Johnny Football Mania. It blew the school up. It made an obscene amount of money. I think $730 million Johnny Manziel made Texas A&M. He somebody brought him a reporter, maybe it was on the news, how many jerseys that they were selling. Adidas was making the Texas A&M jerseys. His number was 2. He found out how much money they was making off of his jerseys, and he was like, man, I need some of this paper too. He wanted some money, right? He had a homeboy. He had a homeboy that used to roll with him. So they was walking through an airport or a hotel or something, and a guy slid up on him and said, yo, I give you $3,000. He said he wasn't even listening to nothing that the dude said to him. The dude asked him for a picture or autograph, and then he said he started talking. He said he was so used to people coming up to him asking for autographs and shit that he wasn't even really paying attention to what the dude said. He said the dude said $3,000. He said when he heard that, he said, what's up? He said, I want you to come up to this hotel room and sign some footballs for me. He go up to the hotel room and sign some footballs. Another cat come to him and say, yo, that dude that just gave you that 3 G's, he cheating you. The real money is downstairs. I got somebody downstairs that want to meet you. He went downstairs in the hotel lobby and met a motherfucker that told him, I'm going to fly you to Miami, and I'm going to put you in a hotel room, and I want you to sign all of this shit, right? And when you're done, I'm going to give you a combination to a safe. He went to the hotel. He signed all of this memorabilia and shit. And the dude gave him the combination to the safe, to a safe. He opened the safe. It was $50,000 in there. From that point on, him and his man was in business. They like, oh, this is what it is. This is what it is. So he young and wild. He started driving Bentleys, and him and his man taking private jets, and the NCAA was paying attention to this shit. They watching these motherfuckers and shit. Like, they got investigators. They like, yo, where's he getting all this fucking money from? And that's when he said that his parents was rich. They from Texas. They were saying they was in the oil business or some shit like that. But that's how they covered it up. He blamed it on his parents, but he was really running around signing footballs and memorabilia. He made so much money that he's hanging with Drake. He's hanging with Rick Ross. He young. He going to clubs and shit. They passing him bottles of champagne. Like, it's the social media era. He fucked his head all up. Fucked him up bad. Jamarcus Russell played himself too. Another nigga that didn't study the playbook. Adidas ain't playing. They after everything. The real question is, how do we change the trajectory of men's mentality in 2025? The 3 F's, the foundation of the dribble: fitness, finance, and fashion. Apply those things to your life and just, watch everything flourish for you. But I've told people repeatedly, fitness is number 1. My man said, I hated Manziel. That nigga beat Alabama as a freshman or some shit. Like, he had a hell of a story, man. Them years that he was playing, in the years that Carmelo Anthony was playing for Syracuse, I missed that. I missed that whole era. I had a couple of stores that I was running at the time, and I was always in my stores from like 8 in the morning to like 12 at night. So I wasn't seeing anything, but I missed the whole Carmelo Anthony and Johnny Manziel in college. I missed that shit. I was hearing about it though. Similar to the dude that was a star at Duke, went first and crashed out. Thank you. You can get this hat. Go to Shaheem's Instagram page. This is Shaheem joint right here. It's the 30th anniversary. 30th anniversary of the Rugged Child. Go to Shaheem page on Instagram and get you one, man. You got several colorways. Good morning, man. Y'all like this video. It's almost 500 people here this morning. Like the video. During your days of playing basketball, have you ever played against anyone from Chester, PA? Yeah, in jail. Kareem Robinson, Sweets, Wayne. Forget Wayne last name. It was a nigga named Wayne I played against from jail. I can't remember Wayne last name. This nigga was a killer. I was up Mercer with him. But Kareem Robinson, little nigga, Sweets, it's a couple other. I used to get them niggas the business. I did. Pretty sure you know them niggas. You think Kobe was better promoted by Adidas or Nike? I liked both sneakers. I liked them KB8s, them Adidas, the first sneaker he had. I liked them just as much as them Hirachis that they made for him and shit. Oh, and he ended up having, you know, his own line after a while. But he played in that one specific pair of Hirachis that was Lakers colorway. I think he played in some black ones too. They might have called them the Mambas. Them shits was all right, but the KB8s was, I liked his Adidas shit. Cancel DJ Academics. They already on top of it. He did it to himself, man. Talking inappropriately to a kid and shit. Talking sexual to her. He shouldn't even have that young boy in his live stream. Made no sense. They got Kobe out of here when he filed that suit against Pharma. Act lost the youth's respect. Only a matter of time. He in hot water right now. I don't know if he gonna be live streaming. Was he live streaming last night? He probably gonna live stream and try to say his side of the story, but the sponsors getting the fuck away from him. He got kicked off of Twitch. That was a platform that he did most of his live streaming at. He did most of his damage on Twitch. He banned for life over there. He said something. He asked a dude he asked a kid would he fuck a dude or some shit, some old crazies, or suck a dude off. I think he asked him would he fuck him and shit. It was Academic, a 15-year-old, and another nigga on a live stream, and he asked him would he deserve everything that's coming to him. Word. He said Ack is a pedo blade. Ack been a goofy. Got beside himself, man. He probably should go back to original content. If you make a living and you just talking all the time, it's only a matter of time for you to say some bullshit. You do. You will, eventually. Got a story OG. Cam Newton was there at Florida too. Oh yeah. Twitch is the devil's playground. He meant well at some point. You gotta explain that to the powers that be now and shit. They don't play that with the kids and shit. They ask you before you start a live stream, is this for kids? Whenever I do a live stream, I have to hit a button before I go live to say, this is not for kids. You dig? So his incident happened on Twitch, I believe. They might not ask you that because he had a 15-year-old on there. He said he can't be canceled. He came back to YouTube to explain himself, but made it worse. That's his content. He's made a living talking reckless. How does a conversation even go there with a child? Shouldn't have had him on a live stream, period. He said, you like Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne don't know how to edit footage. I got documentaries out. Every YouTube video that I publish that's original content, I edited that shit. I edited. I did. I edit music videos. A lot of the music videos that you've seen on this platform, like Zip with the Drip, Game Time, Big Pressure, Shaheem and Sam Scar. I got double figure videos that I directed, filmed, and edited and shit. I do all of that. Bay Area, what up? The kid was telling them why they shouldn't be saying it, and they kept pressing it. It was crazy. Mm, 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 mm. I'm born and raised in Harlem, and if we don't stick together, it's always been a thing to bring dudes from Brooklyn to your block to shut it down. No way that Jim and Cam got jumped at Rucker, their home. Mm, 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 mm. Gully, you can take the spot from academics. I don't want his spot. I like my position. Me and him don't do the same thing. Academics is always in front of the camera. Only time you see me in front of the camera is when I get on this live stream. Aside from that, I'm behind the camera. I'm behind the scenes. I'm editing and shit like that. So, let that nigga do what he do. The dribbler do what he do. PILLMATIC 2. Get you a copy of this, man, from my website, therealdribble.com. If you haven't gotten this already, man, it's a dope underground compilation, man. It's like 30 jams on here. It's a double CD. You got it? Just watched the 6-7 Murder Unit interview. Thank you. Share that joint. Share that joint. Anyway, my time is almost up. I came here to talk about the decline in YouTube content. I hope that I presented it to you guys clearly. I had to have this discussion with y'all because y'all watch this shit, y'all support it, and y'all could put an end to a lot of this bullshit by stop watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? The first thing you see when you go on YouTube is the titles and shit like that. If you see a title and it sound negative, it sound like some bullshit, you don't have to watch it. Niggas just be wanting to watch the dirt. And the dirt be good. It do. I'm not gonna lie. The dirt be good, but it's caused a decline in the quality of content that we see. Damn, bro, you out here looking like a member of Wu-Tang. Because I got on a polo shirt. Alright, I take that, man. The Wu rock a lot of low. They did, but whatever. Whatever, man. Whatever. Facts. It's addictive to watch gossip. P.A. Dre did all the beats. I don't work with nobody besides P.A. Dre and music. Act demographic audience is way different. It's a bunch of nerds. What you think about the OG Hollywood dude? I don't know who that is. Everybody that got OG on the front of their name is corny. Everybody online who's referred to as OG something is corny as fuck. Wash the fuck up. Need to go sit the fuck down. For real. I ain't encountered nobody that got that as a part of their title to be on no thorough shit. These niggas shouldn't be called OG. They shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? For real. Leandro, what up? Erie to Cleveland. Gully, whatever you do. Idris, what's up, man? Long time no see. Don't have whack 100 on your shit. Never. You'll never hear that bozo on my platform. These niggas be getting desperate for views and attention and start fucking with him. We done seen niggas do it. Doggy Diamonds did it. He was talking about Doggy Diamond's mama. That nigga still fucked with him and shit. Yeah. You should do a show with Big Court on his podcast, Holding Court. I don't know who that is. I don't be wanting to collaborate with nobody, man. I don't. Niggas don't be bringing what I bring to the table, man. If we gonna collaborate in some regard, you gotta be my alike, man. You gotta bring a similar element of talent to the table. My collaboration requests be lopsided. They do. They do. And you know what's funny? I never ask nobody to collaborate with them. Why is that? Why is that? Why don't I go to people and say, yo, we need to collaborate? Why do everybody say it to me? Sounds predatory to me. It do. Because I ain't seen a motherfucker yet that I was triggered to reach out to him and say, yo, we need to collaborate. I don't. I don't at all. The nigga that I do collaborate with, we didn't plan that shit. Zip with the drip, we didn't plan that shit. It started as us having general debates and conversations. He's on my album and shit. He's a rapper. I directed videos for him and shit. And that's just like me talking to one of my coworkers. This is a nigga that I work with. But we never planned it or nothing like that. It was never intended for us to, it just happened. But I'm me. I haven't seen anybody that I looked at what they doing and say, yo, we need to collaborate. Nobody. For real. YouTube is just sending out notifications. Big Court would do you some justice. Who the fuck is Big Court? What do he specialize in? What do he specialize in, this Big Court fella? Tell me. I think you can interview Rayful Admin's sister. I ain't got no interest. I ain't got no interest in interviewing his sister. I don't. Who is he? Somebody tell me who this guy is. I've never heard of him. Tell me what he is and what it is. What is it that he does? He said, you collaborate with a lot of New York. Who I collaborate with in New York? Who did I collaborate with in New York? I'm lost. Help me out. Hi from the Ukraine. What up? I'm not aware. Is your style old school? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't think anything over here is old. There's some old niggas online. They look old. They dress old. Their topics is old. And the number one way that you can spot one of these niggas is that they always be posting their Cash App. So, no. No. I think you was gonna ask you the hard questions. I ain't think you was gonna answer the hard questions. Charles Ease, what's up? Top of the morning. What's your opinion on FBA choosing not to fight for Latinos who are in danger of being deported? FBA stand for Foundational Black Americans, right? They need to fight for themselves. Niggas need to fight for their own liberation. The niggas is the ones in the worst predicament. Anybody that's getting deported and shit like that, it's not a big deal. It's not. It's not a big deal. Niggas is the one that's been wronged and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We need to fight for ourselves, and it'll help if somebody else decided to stand with us in our fight. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the disconnect with the whole debate that's going on. People want to stand next to niggas in hip-hop and fight for the right to be acknowledged as being a part of it. But when anything else go down with black folks, are you down then? When black folks are being wronged, are you down? When a black person has been gunned down by the police, are you down? You dig? Often, niggas find themselves alone when there's struggle involved. That's the truth about it. That's the truth. We come here for hip-hop, sports, and fashion, health, tips, and latest PA niche. Clevo, I just sent a package out to you, man. It's on the way. I appreciate you. A lot of these dudes be old gangbangers, washed up, talking about bullshit jail stories, gossiping. I hate that shit. I hate it too. I was in the penitentiary. I don't be talking about that shit to y'all all the time. If it comes up, it's a brief discussion on it. But niggas be showing their aptitude, man. Nobody accused everybody of being bright. Big Court resides in LA. Is he a gang member? My man said facts. Get rid of the invited to the cookout phrase. Everyone's struggle is a big deal. Can't downplay deportation. I'm not downplaying it. I said I don't care. Who cares about a motherfucker getting sent home? It's your motherfucking home. Black people supposed to get upset because motherfuckers getting sent home. Hey, yo. Hey, black people supposed to get bent out of shape because motherfuckers getting sent home. Maybe a nigga can get a job if some of these people get sent home. I'm serious. I'm serious. My man said, Shane said, I don't care. I don't care either. I don't. The ones that's getting sent home is people who here illegally. Take on the proper procedures of becoming a U.S. citizen and they won't kick you out. And when you here, don't commit any felonies and you can stay. That ain't nobody, that ain't black people's fucking problem. Stop breaking the motherfucking law. Stop breaking the goddamn law and shit. People don't realize that their words expose them. Overstand before opening your trap. Respect. Suck my dick. How you feel about that? Suck my dick. And I don't give a fuck who gets sent the fuck home. You think I give a fuck who gets sent the fuck home? Your ass is born elsewhere. These white folks don't want you here. Get the fuck out. Don't get mad at me. I ain't the one that told you to get the fuck out. Yo, the fuck is you mad at me for? You should be mad at the Don. The Don said you gotta go. And a lot of y'all that come here from other countries be bringing drugs with y'all. A lot of y'all come over here with that. A lot of y'all come over here with them goddamn narcotics. They want y'all to fuck up out of here. Yo, don't act like what I'm saying is racist or anything, because I went to a construction site to cop before in Atlanta and shit. So yeah, some of y'all be building houses and minding y'all business and trying to live the American dream, but it be niggas on them construction sites with y'all selling dope. Yo, and you think the Don don't know it? Yo, some of y'all that drug shit is in y'all fucking heritage. I told this Puerto Rican chick I was dealing with before, right? A drought came. I called one of my Rican chicks. I said, yo, I need some work, yo. She said, what you mean? I said, I need you to get me something. She was like, I don't sell drugs. I told her, call one of your uncles or your cousins. One of them niggas got something. Yo, you think I didn't get right? You think I didn't get right? I just had to find exactly who it was. It's a part of the heritage and shit. One of you motherfuckers got something. Yo. I'm serious. I'm serious. This is the truth. And Donald Trump know the truth. So he kicking motherfuckers out. Don't act like, he said, them lips, I'm getting you the fuck out of here, bro. You's a fruity motherfucker. You getting the fuck up out of here. I don't tolerate no blades in here. I'm just like Donald Trump. Trump don't tolerate blades either. He said he kicking all the blades out the military. Hey, yo, did y'all see the executive order yesterday? Effective immediately. There ain't gonna be no transgenders in our military. Don't get mad at me. The Don said it. Yep. And he said he don't want that shit in schools. He don't want no big pharma selling no drugs that alter motherfuckers' natural gender. And he said any transgender niggas is going back to men's jails. Effective immediately. Ain't gonna be no transgenders in American prisons. You're going to a man's jail. Yo, I gotta go. Y'all have a great morning. Don't get mad at me, man. It's the Don's policy. Y'all voted him into office. You got to deal with it. Michael, I holla at you, man. I know I'm attractive, man. I ain't with it, though. You got to go. Use a blade. All right? Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get the notifications. I'm on Instagram at IamGullyTV_. These Hispanics only have hate of black people, but won't say nothing when the white man kicks them out looking for help when they line themselves with Aryan nations to get at black people. I believe that to be the truth. So deal with your fate. I gotta go, man. TheRealDribble.com, that's my website. Go get you some knittage. Go get you one of these autographed copies of my album, PILLMATIC 2. Peace.